Hi friends, today's topic is about relations and functions. So same topic again continuation again chapter 2. Today I'm going to deal with exercise 2.3. It is all about functions, okay? Previously I was posting you about relations and today's class is about functions, okay? So what is a function first of all? A function is defined when a relation like R such that it belongs to A to B where every element of x, okay, or any element of x should have a unique value y in the set B, okay. That is, it should not have a different value. It should be having a unique value in the set of y. But remember that this value of y should not have a unique element in the set A, that is x, okay. So x should have a unique element y in the set B, but y should not have a unique element in x in the set A. So this I'll be clarifying you with many examples. Initially, we'll go on with the question number 1. Okay, that question number 1 itself will clearly explain you about what is a function and what is not a function, okay. So first question is, which of the following is a function, and you have to say about its domain and also its range, okay. So according to that, in your first question, that is from exercise 2.3, your first question given is 2 comma 1, 5 comma 1, 8 comma 1, 11 comma 1, 14 comma 1 and 17 comma 1, okay. So here you may be able to clearly visualize that this is x, that is the first element of each set brackets, okay. So each element of this is going to be your x, remember, and this is going to be your y. I'm encircling it, and that is going to be a y. So see here that every element of x, that is 2, 5, 8, 11, 14 and 17 is related to a unique element y. Why do I say it is a unique element? Because every element of x is related to 1, 1, 1, 1, 1 and 1, okay. So it is having a unique element, a specific element, okay. Unique means specific, okay. A single element like y, that is going to be a 1 in this set, okay. And that's why we can say that this relation, okay, this defined relation R is a function, okay. Therefore this relation R, I'm writing in short form, please write always in abbreviated form. R is a function. Do you get my point? And next, okay, so same question, my second subdivision. Here actually 3 subdivisions are given. I'll explain all those 3. Just clearly visualize it. Any doubts, please ask me. And second question is going to be a set 2 comma 1, 4 comma 2, 6 comma 3, 8 comma 4, 10 comma 5, 12 comma 6 and 14 comma 7, okay. This is going to be a second relation. So see the relation, okay. This is a relation because it is defined in a set bracket, okay. So since here you can be able to visualize that 2 is related to 4 2 times, okay. 4 is related to 6 2 times. Then the 6 to 8 2 times. So it is actually of a 2 table. Same way, 1 is related, that is y element is related in a 1 table way, and 2 is related in a 2 table way. So 2, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, okay. So from this we can say that every element of x, okay, is related to y uniquely, okay, because no 2x element, okay. For example, if suppose 2 comma 1 and 2 comma 2 is being placed, okay, yeah, 2 comma 2 is being placed. In that case, okay, what happen is 2 elements of your x, okay, it is actually being same, okay. At that case it won't be a function, it won't be said as a function because 2 elements of your domain set is same. At that case we cannot say it is a function, but this condition is absolutely a function. The reason behind this is actually that 2 is related uniquely with 1, 4 is related uniquely with 2, 6 with 3 and goes on, okay. And what is its relation actually? That the relation in this set is y element, okay, y is going to be a range, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 is your y element, that is going to be a range, okay. And this y is equally divisible by your x element, that is going to be a 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 and 14, okay. So see, 2 comma 1, 1 is divisible by 2. 2 comma 4, 2 is divisible by 4. Like that we can say this is a relation, and it is also a function because the element of x is related uniquely with the element of y. Okay, so x is related to y, so we can say this relation is a function. Please see to it again. It is a function. It is a function. Okay, and now we'll go to this third subdivision of the same question. The third subdivision is 1, 3, 1, 5 and 2, 5 is going to be a third subdivision. Okay, so let's come into the subdivision. In this you can say that x element is 1 from first set, second it is again 1, third is again, it is actually 2. Okay, so you can actually say that in this condition two x elements are same. That is, here also 1, here also 1. Okay, at that condition what happened? No x element can be related, okay, uniquely to a range of function. Okay, at that case what happened is x elements should not be same at any cost. X elements should not be same. Okay, so here in this relation, okay, this is actually a relation only, but still in this relation the x element is same, so we cannot say this relation as a function. Okay, so this relation is not a function, is not an function. Okay, so be clear that this is actually not a function because x element is same in this relation, so we can say that this is not a function. Okay, this is actually clear for you. And next question I will move on. So second question of your exercise 2.3 is find the domain and range of the real function being given over here in your question. Okay, so first subdivision of this is f of x is equal to minus of modulus x. Remember that if suppose a value x is given, it may be a positive one, a negative one, or it may be a 0, anything it may be, but it is actually a real number. Okay, so at that case whatever may be put in this is called modulus. Okay, this symbol, anything put in like this symbol is called as a modulus. Okay, this is called modulus of x. You have to pronounce it as modulus of x. And suppose it is given like this, you have to say it as modulus of y. It is called as what? Modulus of y. Okay, at this condition what happened? If you put a negative, suppose y is equal to a negative value, inside this negative value it becomes positive. Okay, so that is actually the speciality of this thing. This is actually the speciality of this modulus. Okay, whatever may be the thing, it is going to be getting us what? Positive only. So modulus or the speciality is that actually. Okay, and next so if suppose a function like f of x is equal to minus of modulus of x is given, at that condition you have to define for f of x greater than 0, f of x less than 0 and f of x equal to 0. Okay, so whenever condition is given, you have to go with these three subdivisionable conditions. Okay, so first let us go with f of x is less than 0. If f of x is less than 0, then f of x is equals to minus of. Okay, so if x is less than 0, that seems it should be a negative value because less than 0, because see this is actually a scale, means this is going to be 0. So anything less than 0 will be negative. Anything greater than 0 will be, okay, anything greater than 0 will be going to be what? Positive. Okay, at that condition, at that condition what exactly happens is, okay, so less than 0 is going to be what? Negative, right? So you'll put a negative value, negative x inside this modulus. It is going to become positive. Negative x will become positive. Okay, so again negative sign is being placed over outside, so minus x will be your answer, and this minus x will be again what? Less than 0. Okay, next is f of x equal to 0. In f of x equal to 0, you'll be actually able to see that this f of x equal to 0, f of x is equals to minus of. Okay, so inside this modulus you need to place x is equal to 0. So minus of 0 is going to be 0 again. Third subdivision is f of x is greater than 0. Okay, so that is f of x is equals to minus of So positive 0, okay, that is greater than 0 means it is going to be positive as per this condition, okay. So you'll be getting as positive x, okay, that is going to be minus x again, and this is also less than 0. So my first condition was also less than 0, my third condition is also less than 0, and my second condition is equal to 0. So from this, my domain, okay, my domain will be defined for all real numbers, and my range, okay, so they are asking for range also, right? For my range, see that 0 is coming as one answer, so yeah, and next answer is going to be minus x, okay, minus x less than 0, it defines negative, okay, that's called infinity symbol you have to put for that case, okay. So whenever minus x comes and you don't know the value of x, you have to put minus infinity only, okay. At this condition, your range will be minus infinity comma 0, okay. This is going to be a range. So why here square bracket and why here open bracket is, square bracket indicates that I'm including the value of 0. Open bracket indicates that I'm not including the value of minus infinity, okay. So your range is going to be this, okay. So my second subdivision of the same question will be, your second subdivision is f of x is equals to root of 9 minus x square, okay. So in this condition, if you want to define this function, you have to say 9 minus x square should be greater than 0. You may be wondering why I am saying so. Because anything inside this that is called root symbol should be positive, or else this function itself will not be defined, okay. At that case, I am taking 9 minus x square, this part itself should be greater than 0, okay. And for this to be 0, okay, should be greater than or equal to 0. Why I am saying equal? Because if you put 0 in the value of x, you will be getting root of 9, that is going to be 3, it is going to be a positive value, okay. Plus or minus 3 you will be getting, okay. So this is your condition. At this case, what you have to do is, 9 minus x square is greater than or equal to 0. So 9 should be greater than or equal to x square. At that condition, x will be about plus 3 and minus 3. So why I am saying plus 3 and minus 3 means, because x square is equals to 9, that seems you are getting square root on both sides. So x is equals to root of 9, and that is equals to plus or minus 3, okay. So square root of 9 is going to be what? Plus or minus 3, that's why, okay. This is one part, okay. So at this condition, the domain will be plus 3 comma minus 3 will be your domain, okay, because that is actually going to be the values of x, that is going to be a domain also, okay. And what about your range? Means you can start putting the value from 0, okay. If you put the value of 0 also, you are going to get the square root of 9, that is equal to 3. So 0 is also included. So 0 comma plus 3 is going to be a answer. Why I'm not taking minus 3? Because if you put minus 3 in this part, the same thing is going to get if you put plus 3 also. So positive 3 will be taken over in the range part, okay. So this is going to be a domain plus 3 comma minus 3, and your range is 0 comma 3. I'm putting here square bracket in both domain as well as range. The reason is because in both domain and the range, the plus 3 value, minus 3 value is included. In range, 0 is included and 3 is also included, and the between number is also included, okay. So here ends my first part. If you have any questions, please comment me in the comment section box. I'm ready to clarify you. And then if you like my video, please put like and subscribe. And please don't forget to press the bell icon. Thank you. Bye-bye.